Hello, welcome to the Coffee Milk Hour. Today's segment is Friday Freestyle. Stop looking at me like that, you're creepy. My name is Puffy.
I'm Jerry.
And in news that nobody's surprised about, Donald Trump is refusing to release his tax returns.
Oh
my god, this is crazy.
Wait, we're talking about politics
No,
today?
we're not talking about politics today. I just wanted to bring that up because I kind of fucking hate the guy. Also, they're checking out, apparently he may have been his own spokesman at one point in time.
What does that mean?
I guess back in 1991, somebody was calling him regarding some questions about his divorce with his wife back then, and the spokesman gave her some bullshit name and was like talking with a weird accent, but they're listening back to it now, and it sounds exactly like Donald Trump, so they think it might have been Donald Trump.
So he just trolled his wife?
I don't know. I think he was just talking about it. Like, I think he was pretending to be somebody else to talk about himself. He's just be like, nah, these are totally outlandish lies. Donald Trump's a great guy. I know him personally. I love him, which wouldn't surprise me that he would do something like that.
He would definitely do something like that.
But I mean,
what happens when you're a
we could talk about anything today, Jerry. We could talk about Trump being an ass face. We could talk about you being an ass face.
I'm an ass face all the time.
Yeah. I guess that's not really news. We're not really a news site, but we could also talk about McDonald's using fresh beef as a new ingredient,
and replacing all their minimum wage workers with kiosks.
That's fair. I see nothing wrong with that.
I see nothing wrong with it.
That is a repercussion of the $15 an hour minimum wage bullshit that went on that's now blowing up in people's faces.
I was having a discussion with a friend, and we were talking about the minimum wage, and we both agreed, and I'm as liberal left-wing as you get, but $15 is way too much money for some 16, 15-year-old, whatever, to be working at McDonald's or washing dishes. So I thought, why don't we make it tier-based? The 16-year-olds can make $10. If you're over 18, between 18 and 22, you make $12.50. If you're over 22, you make $15 because you need to support yourself over 22, right?
I got a suggestion. How about no, you dumb bastard?
There's nothing wrong with that.
There's everything wrong with it. Jobs like McDonald's are supposed to be every entry-level jobs.
What if you're the manager at McDonald's? That's not entry level.
If you're a manager at McDonald's, you're making more than $15 an hour.
I don't know that that's true.
Yeah.
We'll look it up. We'll look it up for a future episode.
No, we'll look it up now,
okay.
and we'll come back to it in a few minutes.
Okay. Okay, Google.
You know what the big problem is with this whole $15 an hour thing is... Did you say okay, Google?
Yeah.
I hate you. Everybody was pushing for this $15 an hour, and you know what happened as soon as some of these states gave them their $15 an hour? A lot of these people who were also on government subsidy programs, like welfare and food stamps and stuff like that, started asking their bosses for less hours because they couldn't stay on their programs making $15 an hour. Shock and awe, the lazy sons of bitches are actually making money that they can use now, but they don't get their programs anymore, so they want less hours.
That's not everybody. That's just like one or two people.
That's not one or two people.
Heard, and they're like, "This is a news story. Let's do it."
Now the whole country. That's what's happening.
Because you know what happens? The media creates a narrative, and then everybody buys it.
Everybody buys everything the media says. That's why I don't listen to them. I listen to people like us and Phil DeFranco.
Don't compare us. The general manager at McDonald's makes $46,000 a year, which is basically garbage.
Yeah, but what does it take to be a general manager? It's fucking McDonald's.
You can live it. Well, that's a general manager, though. That's like you're the manager of the entire store. That's not like a shift manager or like.
Yeah, but you're still a manager of the entire store, which is a McDonald's. Like, what are you managing? My people aren't putting their nasty hands on the food.
It takes
the
skill,
food is safe,
commitment, and
everything
speed
is clean and organized
to push burgers out at the rate that they do. Don't diminish what they do.
No, it takes
you
fucking
fat fuck.
pre-made...
You go down there, you're like, I
go.
would like my fucking Big Mac meal, and you get it in like 3 minutes, and if you didn't, you'd bitch about it, so you should be thankful for the people that enable your fatness.
Excuse me, bitch?
Excuse you, exactly. Fuck you.
I've wanted to use that forever.
God damn it.
No, I see nothing wrong with... Why wasn't everybody up in arms about this whole kiosk thing when they started doing it at Stop and Shops or other grocery stores?
The self-checkout?
Yeah.
Well, that's because...
What's the difference between the self-checkout and the guys at the food line being replaced?
The difference is, when you go to the Stop and Shop line, they're like, do you have any coupons? Do you have your Stop and Shop card? And I just want to scan my shit and get out of there. They're just... If employees were silent, everything would be fine.
Yeah, you know what I really hate about that, actually, are those cashiers who are like, try to be really buddy-buddy with you while you're checking out. Like, if I go in to buy a razor... For shaving or, you know...
For what else?
I felt like I needed to clarify there. Well, if I go into a store to buy a product, my objective is to go into that store, retrieve the product, go to the checkout line, pay my money, and leave. I don't want to know your life story.
How do you pay your money?
What do you mean payment?
Like, do you give your dollar 50 cents? Or, like, what does your dollar make on average?
I don't know what you're asking.
You just said that you paid your money.
Shut up.
Why are
you know
you
what I
paying your
meant?
money?
What I meant is I complete the transaction by paying for my purchase.
Uh-huh.
And then I leave. But, like, the whole time, if I get, like, 30 items, like, if I go grocery shopping, I don't need to communicate with you. I appreciate the gesture, but if I don't really respond, or if I'm just, like, kind of like, oh, yeah, no big deal, just go back to doing your job, and I can go back to doing whatever it was I was doing. Like, don't try to push that. How about this weather? I don't give a fuck about the weather, Janet. I want my fucking groceries in a bag so I can go home.
You know,
Thank you.
I care about the weather because I just took a nap. And before the nap, it was nice out, and after the nap, there's puddles everywhere, and it downpoured, and it's been like this for 3 weeks, and it's not good.
Is it a surprise to you?
I don't need it to be sunny out so I can go outside. I just need it to be sunny out so I know it's sunny out.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, because the weather affects me whether I'm inside or outside.
So take some vitamin D supplements.
Oh, now you want me to take pills? We just
I'm just saying, there's nothing wrong with vitamin D supplements. In Whidbey Island, I took them. There's nothing wrong with it. There's just no sun there ever. Don't be rude.
I'm not being rude. You're
look
telling me.
Look up what it takes for a general
You know what?
manager
Why
of
don't
a
you go
Walmart.
work for the pharmaceutical companies, okay, and push your
I'm not working for Big Pharma.
supplements.
Those fuckers are corrupt as shit.
Well,
they're basically
so
as bad as
are
the
you.
American government. Oh, shots fired.
Actually, they're worse. You can argue that they're the problem with the government.
No, if you're going to go into this whole Big Pharma controls the government thing, I disagree. The
It's
top
not
wealthiest
just
families...
Big Pharma, it's also Wall Street.
Well, yeah,
And oil.
And, you know, the Rothschild...
And energy.
And those families.
I don't know if I buy that.
No, dude, they definitely... The Rockefellers and all them, they definitely have a hand
You
in it.
just
Come
said the
on.
Rothschild.
Shut up.
family.
Fairchild family?
No,
I don't know
no,
what their name
it's
is. Rothschild, yeah. Rothschild, the
Rothschild. Why
Rockefellers.
bring up the Rockefellers?
Because there are several families that have contributed to politics throughout their life.
The only conspiracy theories worth listening to
Bush did 9/11?
are on ancient aliens.
No, god damn it,
That's
no.
the only one.
With the ancient aliens.
You know,
I
at
fucking
least
hate
they
these
have a
TV
good
shows
argument.
like, oh, Ancient Aliens, and what are the other stupid shows you watch? I'm sure there's more. Name one, so I can make fun
actually,
of it.
I don't watch any stupid shows.
Ancient Aliens is dumb.
Ancient Aliens is not dumb.
Fucking...
George Saukalauskas is the best ever. Not only does he come sporting a fantastic hairdo, but he knows what he's talking about when it comes to alien history. He studied all the books.
Here's the
including
deal,
Bible.
buddy. We don't have proof of alien life, so anybody can be an expert.
Except all the people who've seen the UFOs flying around outside, except that. Or the fact that we came from Mars and stuff.
Anybody.
Where did we come from?
Anybody could be an expert on something that's not an actual topic.
Where did you come from, Connor?
You know what I'm an expert on? I'm an expert on breathing air.
On nothing. Let's talk about how you are an expert.
I'm an expert on a lot of
nothing.
things.
Like what?
Like driving. I'm really good at that.
I don't think you're an expert driver.
I'm really good at napping.
You're
really good at video games.
You're pretty good at napping. You could be better at napping, though, by being less cranky before them.
And after. I mean, I'm just cranky in general. I'm kind of just a cynical bastard.
You're always just a bastard.
Wow. That's rude.
Sorry.
Wait, does that make me like Jon Snow? Because he's a bastard. I would like to be like Jon Snow, please. You know what I realized the other day? Dude, they released the episode.
Might not be a
they
bastard.
released the episode of him getting revived on the same day as the resurrection, May 1st. The orthodoxy thing. The same day Jesus came back.
Easter?
No, fucking... Wait, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know what I'm talking about. Religion is just another fictitious book that I never read. Oh, another shot fired. Oh, shit. It's going down.
Yep. It's really going down right now. They're storming the gate.
Fucking contribute.
Contribute? Listen, I'm just...
Look up what a general manager makes at Walmart. At Walmart. Because Walmart is actually a store. Like, there's, like, you can...
So McDonald's isn't a store.
No, McDonald's is like a fucking 20
Wow.
by 10 fucking processing line for food. It doesn't take the same... I don't think it takes the same level of intelligence to be a general manager at McDonald's than it does to be a general manager at Walmart. So I would assume that a Walmart general manager would make more. Yes?
You would think so.
Walmart store manager salaries. Base salary, $98,195. That's reasonable.
$98,000?
Yeah, that's reasonable for what you do.
But the range is from $34,000 to $138,000.
But the base is 98.
I mean,
That's fair. That's fair. Now, if you want to talk about, I'm a general... You know who could be a general manager at McDonald's? A fucking 18-year-old kid who's still in high school.
Yeah.
I don't even think they require a degree for that job.
I would hope that you'd have a business degree.
Well, one would hope, but I don't think they require it for McDonald's. Look, I'm not trying to trash talk anybody with like a shitty job. I'm just saying.
McDonald's.
I'm just saying. Well, here's my fucking problem with that, dude. When I was in Iraq and I was working 12 hours on, 7 days a week, my salary stayed the same. But when you broke it down into like an hourly wage, I was making $3.40 an hour. Total, with all of my included pays like imminent danger and hostile fire pay and all of that, it still broke down to $3.40 an hour. Yet these guys flipping burgers want 15? I don't buy that. I don't.
I think we have a skewed perception of the world being in the military because the fact of the matter is there is no other job in the world like the military, and I think it's unfair of us to compare ourselves with anybody.
Okay, fine. Let's talk about electrical engineers.
Okay,
The guys who get up into the thingies and work with the telephone wires that can get electrocuted and stuff like that. Those guys.
Oh, you mean the guys who are sitting out on strike in front of Verizon right now because they don't make enough money?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Those guys make $15 an hour on average starting, based on whatever region they're in. You telling me that burger flippers should make as much as them?
No, they shouldn't.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't think
it shouldn't be tier based. That's stupid.
I think it should be tier based.
You know what should be tier based? Your job. Like from 15 to 18, like while you're in high school, there's like jobs specifically for that age range. Like, hey, come part-time at this pet store, or come part-time as a janitor at this, or do this, or do this.
What if you're better than that at 15 to 18?
Then you go to college, and it's like, okay, now your job ranges go from this to this, and your pay goes from this to this. Then when you graduate college, it goes up another tier. Now, if you graduate high school but don't go to college, and I'm not a college graduate, hell, I'm a high school dropout, I firmly believe that your level of income should be less on the same tier.
Sure.
That seems fair to me.
Seems like communism to me.
Does it really?
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit. I mean, we're talking about state-sanctioned job tier levels that you cannot fluctuate
like
between.
Deviate from?
Yeah.
Well, it's like that Futurama thing, like when you come out of the time capsule and they put that chip in your arm, and that's just the job you're going to be.
I mean...
That's another thing I'm good at. I'd be really good at delivering pizzas.
We're going to order pizza tonight, maybe.
I'd probably eat the pizza.
I think we should get pizza.
That has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
The news said that pizza is the most addictive food on the planet, and I think they're right.
I disagree. I'm going to say it's bacon.
Studies that I've completed myself, I think the pizza is the most addictive of all
Judging by your...
I have lost 5 pounds. I'm sick of you judging me. It is so difficult to live with you on a daily basis. You have no idea. My self-esteem is just through the fucking floor. I'm done.
You seem a little upset there, buddy.
You know what? I'm cranky because I took a nap, and you woke me up from my nap. I was passed out.
We had to do the show!
Having dreams about stuff, and you just woke me up out of it.
We have to do the show. Look, we have to talk about something. We have 17 minutes to fill here.
My foot is broken.
Okay, your foot is not broken. Okay, here's a question. Here's something I'm going to pose to you. Do you think that people in relationships get into fights simply because they want to spark up the relationship a little bit?
Yeah, for the makeup sex.
That's it? That's your answer?
Yeah.
Wow, good conversation.
I think it's...
See, I'm fucking trying here, and I see you just... This is the answer. Next topic.
I don't think anybody starts a fight on purpose.
I disagree.
I don't think any sane person starts a fight on purpose. I don't think anyone's going home like, man, what a shitty day. I'm going to go have a fight with my girlfriend or wife.
No, not even in that level. Like, you don't have to have a bad day. And like, I'm not talking about like having a bad day at work and then projecting it onto your significant other. I'm talking like if you're in a relationship and let's say you're 8-9 months in a relationship and things have gone from like the fire starting stage to like you've settled into the relationship a little bit and you kind of got into a routine. You know, you both go to work, you watch your TV shows at night, you go to bed, blah 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 blah. And then one morning you wake up and your significant other, guy girl, because I'm not gonna gender discriminate here, starts throwing shit at you and yelling about how you don't love them anymore.
Why? That's a little extreme, don't you think?
Yeah, but these are things that happen.
A, don't wake me up by throwing things, because B, don't wake me up ever. C, if out of the blue they're throwing things because, quote unquote, I don't love them anymore, that's not like a little fight to spice things up. That's like a big fight to get the fuck out, crazy bitch.
I have a tendency to exaggerate. What about, like, if you're just sitting on the couch and it's like, you haven't really complimented me on anything lately. You haven't even posted about me on Facebook or like updated your profile picture to be.
I'm sick of people posting shit about their relationships on Facebook. I'm tired of it. Are you that insecure that you need the validation of the rest of the world to show that, like, oh, look how happy I am? If you don't know you're happy, you're probably not happy, and all the pictures you're posting are lies.
Jesus. This is the thing. I've been preaching this for years. I hate those people who are in couples, right? Or these people who are in relationships who validate their relationship through social media. Like, you never hear about their relationship, like, when you're with the couple. They act like they're just, like, friends more than anything. But then everything online, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, is just always them. So, you know what pisses me off more than anything? The people who, like, live together, and they could be sitting together on the couch, but the boyfriend will, like, post on the girlfriend's Facebook wall while she's sitting less than a foot next to him being like, I love you so much, you mean everything to me. No, she fucking doesn't. You're doing that because you want people to think you're a good guy by giving her attention. Fucking look to the left and plant one on her lips, like, spice up your relationship a little bit. Don't ask for other people to be like, oh, they're such a great couple. Chances are, if you're that kind of people in that kind of relationship, and I want you to evaluate this, you shouldn't be in that relationship.
I mean, probably not. What if he's just forgotten how to communicate effectively because we live in the age of technology and person-to-person communication is not trending?
No, that's fucking bullshit. The problem with our generation, for the most part, is, and this is what I believe that the older generations did before us that worked, is we love others how we want to be loved, but we should love others how they want to be loved.
That's right. It's called the 5 love languages.
There's a thing called the 5 love languages?
Yes, I read it. And
really?
That's exactly what it says.
Really?
Yep.
So I just had an idea.
Do you know that the honeymoon phase can last up to 2 years?
Every time I get into a fucking idea and I'm like, this is a good idea, I could market this, somebody's already written about it.
Yeah, they're called people that went to school and took psychology courses.
Good. Yeah, yep. Put it on the lack of education card. I'm a very smart person.
Maybe if you didn't play video games so much, you could go out there and learn something.
I'm not gonna sit here and bicker with you like an old married couple.
Isn't that the point of Freestyle Fridays? I thought this was like the Dropbox where we like put suggestions in. You need to read more.
Okay, here's a Dropbox suggestion for you. Take a fucking shower.
I shower very, very frequently.
Is that a daily answer?
It was a daily answer.
Is it like a weekly answer?
It is not.
Because I gotta say, man,
listen,
the water bill...
If I did not shower every day, and I only showered weekly, you would know it.
That's disgusting.
But you would know.
I'm glad I have my own room.
I mean, because I, unlike you, work out here and there.
I work out. I totally work out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing
like mentally. Like I think about going to the gym and it stimulates the muscles.
I'm just mentally flexing today. Look at the sweat pour out of my nostrils. Holy shit.
Did you know that people who go to, like, I used to make fun of people a lot who would go to the gym and like do a rep and then go look at themselves in the mirror for 5 minutes. But apparently, science has proven that that's something, like, it sets off some chemical in the brain that, like, encourages you not only to work out more, but actually builds your muscles just by looking at yourself in the mirror.
So we're mentally predisposed to be shallow as fuck?
Oh, hell yeah. We're totally vain.
This is humanity we're talking about, dude. God fucked up when he built us. Why? I hate
always
it.
Talk about, like, the goodness in people. But let me tell you, and I'm going to quote Scrubs here because it is the greatest show of all time. People are bastard-coated bastards with bastard cream filling.
Sure.
That's it. We're vain, we're greedy, we're selfish, we only think about ourselves 90% of the time.
I don't think that's true for everybody. I think that's true for Americans maybe, and not this American. I'm pointing at myself. Not this American. Because I'm not all those things.
You're not going to point at me. I'm not selfish.
You're a little selfish.
I'm not really that selfish.
And sometimes you're pretty mean.
Dude, I went over... You know what? I'm not even going to go into that. I am pretty mean, though.
Yeah.
I don't... See, no. Here's the problem.
I don't think I'm mean. You hold back, though, because you could say some stuff to people that's, like, probably...
Yeah, they would probably... Suicide. Yeah, you know, I'm not mean. I'm honest. This is... You know, back in the day, people used to come to me for advice and shit, which is a really hard thing to believe, I know. But, like, when people were having problems, like, I was the keeper of the secrets in high school. I knew everybody's secrets. I was just that guy. Like, someone would come and bitch to me about something.
Are you the gatekeeper?
I am the key man. No. As I've grown and I've gotten fed up with the whole sugarcoating of society, I've just decided to speak what comes to my mind. Now, that may sometimes come off as incredibly arrogant and, you know, just a douche move of me, but, like, that's what I do now. So when people ask me an opinion on something and I give them an opinion, it's my honest non-objective, unbiased opinion. But I don't know how to sugarcoat my words anymore. So if I want to tell somebody, hey, you're kind of being a fucking asshole, but like I'm trying to be nice about it, I'll usually say, hey, you're kind of being a fucking asshole. And that's the problem. Like that's where the problem is with me now. I've lost my ability to communicate with people in a way that doesn't hurt their feelings.
I think this Jumanji reboot is a mistake.
The Jumanji reboot is going to be the greatest thing in the world.
I don't understand.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson, everybody. No, Rocky.
Someone was like Robin Williams dropped dead, and someone was like, oh my god, Jumanji remake right now. He's gone. Let's fucking do it.
Is it a remake or a sequel?
It's a remake.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's not fine. If it were a sequel, it'd be good. And it sets it up for a sequel, right? Oh man, they find the game again and like Jumanji happens. It's so easy to be a sequel. Why not just make it a sequel? Why do we have to, like, less than 20 years or just about 20 years later, make a remake of a movie that, like, was in my childhood? I still remember it. Like, wait till I'm 50 at least. Wait till technology advances a little bit more before you reboot a classic movie with a guy who died like a year and a half ago. Like, you're shitting on his memory.
How did that movie affect you as a child? Would you say that it was impactful?
I would say that it was one of the more entertaining movies that came out as a kid.
Do you think that kids these days would be able to appreciate it the same way we did?
Yeah, you know how you do that? You put the DVD in the DVD player and you're like, here, kids, why don't you watch this movie? But instead, parents are like, here, hold this iPad for 5 hours and entertain yourself.
Given the social changes and the technological changes between when that movie came out and now, would children now be able to appreciate the same references in that movie that we did as children?
Yes.
I disagree.
I think we should remake The Lion King.
Get the fuck out of here! The Lion King is a pristine masterpiece and never needs to be touched.
It should be reanimated, claymation, 3D type deal. Pixar should probably make it. Recast everybody because they were all terrible.
Excuse you.
Matthew
Broderick is the only true Simba. You shut your mouth.
He wasn't even a good Simba.
We could
do way better.
Yeah, and can you do better than Nathan Lane?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah, Nathan Fillion.
No!
Yeah.
They have the same first... Nathan Fillion's got his own problem, right? He's not even on TV anymore. His show just got canceled.
It did. But listen, I think we should redo the entire Lion King.
I think you're out of your mind. I think you're high, and I think you're an idiot. Jumanji warrants a remake.
I think Sheldon from Big Bang Theory should be Simba. I think that'd be the perfect casting for him.
That's terrible. Do you know why a Jumanji remake is better than a Lion King remake?
Morgan Freeman Mufasa. Look, we're going to sell tickets now because Morgan Freeman, just like The Rock, look, we're going to sell tickets even though you're not best suited for this role. Go ahead.
The Rock is best suited for any role.
Not
he is
bullshit.
And always will be the people's champion.
Listen, there are actors who are actors and there's actors who are good for entertaining through, say, action movies, and that's what he is. He's not
Dwayne Johnson's good in every movie he does.
Good, not great. Good, not excellent.
No, great. He's great in every movie he does.
Maybe meets the standard. Maybe.
What?
Maybe.
Did you see Walk Hard? Walk Tall?
No.
I don't remember.
No. Either way, no.
Do you know why The Lion King doesn't need to be remade, but Jumanji does? Because it
needs to be remade now?
Is more realistic because The Lion King is a movie about fucking lions. It's not like lions nowadays have, like, pink manes and ride skateboards.
If Jumanji had been animated, would we have to remake it?
No, if it was about not people, you could justify not remaking it.
The Lion King is about people, metaphorically.
No, it's not. It's about lions, because the whole movie has lions. It's a lion movie. It's literally in the name of the movie, The Lion King.
Well, there's a whole bunch of fucking animals in Jumanji, too. I don't see why we need to remake it. Are we going to bring back all the same animals?
You know what made me sad? Was the tiny rhino in the stampede who looked like he was dying. He needed some water.
Yeah.
That memory stays with me.
That's the one that gets caught by the wildebeest.
Where?
Sorry, the hyena.
When?
I'm just saying, like, that's what happens in that rhino's life. Like, he's not long for this world.
Don't put that on me, all right? It's taken almost 20 years for me to come to terms with the fact that rhino probably didn't make it. Don't give him a murder death. What is wrong with you?
That's what happens in Africa.
Why are you ruining childhoods?
Did you learn nothing from Jumanji?
Can we talk about how much Disney hates moms?
Why does Disney hate moms?
In their movies. Every mother of every major character in every Disney movie has some sort of tragic death happen to them. Lilo and Stitch, her mom died in a car accident. The Little Mermaid, Ariel's mom was crushed.
Bambi, blah, blah, blah.
No, nobody gives a shit about Bambi. That's just life.
Simba's dad died. The mom lived the whole time in The Lion King.
Yeah, but Sarabi was the shit. Mufasa needed to die for Simba to take his place.
Mufasa did not need to die.
Yes, he did. That was a crucial moment for Simba.
Listen.
Had he not died, he never would have left Pride Rock. He never would have, owned up to who he was. Have you seen The Lion King?
You know what? You know what Mufasa should have done if he was a good leader?
Oh, here we go.
He would have banned Scar and all the hyenas. He would have said, no more hyenas. We're going to ban all the hyenas. They're not coming into the kingdom anymore. We don't need them. Until we figure out what's going on with the hyenas and Scar, they're not coming in. And then he would have lived.
Would he had maybe built some sort of wall to keep the hyenas out?
Yeah. Around the elephant graveyard to keep them in.
So Mufasa's Donald Trump.
Yeah, look at his mane color. It's red.
Simba's is more red than
No,
Mufasa's.
yeah.
Mufasa's was like an auburn.
Trump and
like
Little
a
Trump.
mahogany.
Yeah, like an aged red.
No!
Wine?
No.
He failed like Trump wine. And Trump everything else.
No, not Trump everything else has failed. Trump has been a pretty successful businessman. He inherited a small loan of $1 million. So he didn't start out with having everything. Mm-hmm. He started out from the bottom just like us.
I know that you're playing devil's advocate.
I don't know what you're talking about. I genuinely think that Donald J. Trump would be the best option for America.
I don't think Bernie's the best candidate either. I know a lot of people want to get on Bernie, but do you know that not one single negative attack ad has been run against Bernie?
It's because they think he's an afterthought. You're not going to spend money on somebody.
So
who
why
don't
do we
think's
think he's
going to
do so well in the general election when he gets attacked for the first time?
Oh, well, that's easy because the media has been ignoring Bernie Sanders throughout the entire election. But if you look on the internet, you'll find videos of the biggest thing about Bernie Sanders for everybody is that every major bad decision America has made, you can find a video of Bernie Sanders fighting against that bad decision from actually happening. I don't think the man has done anything wrong in his entire political career. I really don't.
What if he gets the nomination though, and then
why don't you just take my phone?
I don't know. I was trying to see if you would notice, and you didn't. What if he gets the nomination and we find out that years and years ago he embezzled millions and millions of dollars, but no one paid attention because Bernie.
Do you like Emma Watson?
Yeah.
Do you know Emma Watson was linked to the Panama Papers?
Yeah. To protect her privacy.
To protect her privacy.
That's what she says.
That's what her staff said. But does that make her a bad person?
We don't know. An investigation needs to be conducted. We need to find out what happened with that money.
Panama Papers are bad, yes?
No, the Panama Papers are a report on who has offshore accounts. Now, it depends on what the reasons for those offshore accounts are. If Emma Watson has an offshore account but is paying taxes on all those funds, then it's okay. If the funds are there for tax evasion purposes, that's not okay.
Has Donald Trump's name come up in the Panama Papers?
Not yet.
That's interesting. I feel like that's something people should be searching for right now.
They're looking.
Also, the FBI came out in a statement and said that Hillary Clinton so far has done no wrongdoing. How does that make you feel?
Do you think $8,636 per hour is excessive?
Yeah. I think it's really fucking excessive.
I think it's excessive too, and apparently that's what the CEO of Verizon makes.
Oh, yeah, but that's salary based, and he's a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company.
Oh, so now it's okay to make $8,600 per hour?
Imagine what he does at the scale of his job.
Sit in an office and go to meetings.
Oh, yeah, when you dumb it down like that, it doesn't sound like much. What does this guy do anyway who's got the sign? What is his fucking deal?
He goes up ladders, works on the electrical wires because he's an electrical engineer, and he risks his life every day.
How much does he make?
I don't know how much he makes.
Well, we should probably find that out.
We'll find out for next show because I'm not typing another one in there.
Type another one in! We got time!
We only have a minute and a half.
So, let's recap. What did we learn?
I don't know if we learned anything today. We learned that the Jumanji remake is bad, not done. Don't do it. We learned that The Rock is a subpar actor.
You shut your fucking mouth.
We learned what a Walmart and McDonald's general manager makes, and we talked about some other stuff in there. We had some random offshoots.
I guess we learned don't do it again. Whatever it was that we did.
Whatever it was that we did.
Yeah. Thank you for catching the fucking reference.
I caught the reference, and I thought that's where that reference ended. I didn't realize that we were continuing with the reference.
You're a bad co-host.
You know what? As a country, we quote movies and TV way too much. We're very unoriginal. We make all these remake movies instead of writing new movies. Make prequels and sequels and series, and we just keep things going as long as we can to get as much money from them. We killed all the creativity. If I have to watch one more fucking comic book movie, I'm done!
Deadpool 2 comes out next year.
Oh my god. Oh, look at this fucking cash cow. Let's put this guy in a suit again and make some money. Great.
Excuse you. You hate comic book movies, and you loved Deadpool.
Love is too far.
You were fucking laughing hysterically.
I love Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings was a subpar movie.
Lord of the Rings won 11 fucking Oscars
here we go.
and was a fucking masterpiece.
You know what?
It was what any comic movie should be if they actually took themselves seriously. But guess what? They don't.
This is going to take a while, folks, so we're not going to put you through it.
On Monday,
No, we're not talking about
Lord of the Rings versus all the trash comic book movies that are out there.
Besides, Star Wars is leagues and leagues beyond Lord of the Rings.
Star Wars is on the same level, maybe.
It's beyond.
Except, episodes 1, 2, and 3.
You shut your mouth. Those didn't actually ever happen.
They did happen.
No, they are a figment of our imagination. They're not true. We will not
You're a
acknowledge them on
climate
this
change
show.
denier, too, aren't you?
Climate change isn't real, Jerry.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
This has been the Coffee Milk Hour, Freestyle Friday, number 2. We'll come back Monday with a offshoot of any one of these topics I'm extremely flustered about. I'm
Welcome
Jerry.
to the show. We get angry about shit.
We get angry about shit, especially when you have to talk to Jordan about it.
Oh, that's rude.
Oh, sorry, Puffy.
I'm taking your phone.
I'm taking you to dinner.
That's uncomfortable.
Woo!
Oh, God. Goodbye, everybody.